Son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
What is going on, guys and girls? It's Ghost Robo, and welcome to Bioshock The Collection, one of the most incredible franchises in gaming history, resurrected and revitalized in full 1080p, up to 60 frames per second, and they packed all three games in: Bioshock 1, 2, and Infinite, and those will be coming on September 13th here in North America and September 16th everywhere else. We're starting off with the original Bioshock because that is the game that really has defined my gaming career, my gaming life, and now we get to play it again on modern consoles, swimming straight out of the wreckage to the lighthouse. There's a certain majesty seeing this game done up in such an amazing new look, and they've added some effects to certain scenes. They've made everything all pretty. It's almost like they've spliced the game to give it a prettier look, a prettier face, and boy does it look good. So we are going to play through some of it, jump around, show you some of the iconic moments. They've added director's commentary videos with Jeff Keighley and Ken Levine, which will be awesome to watch. Maybe we'll find one of those in this video, and just re-immerse ourselves in Rapture, which has to be my favorite game world of all time. And there's always a lighthouse, so that is where we begin, entering the golden doors of Andrew Ryan's domain. No gods or kings, only man in the face of a real interesting man stares down upon us. You'll notice that everything has a real new sheen to it. I played the game back in the summer of 2007. I just moved, transferred schools, and it really made a huge mark. I don't know if I've told this story fully before, but I really attribute Bioshock to starting YouTube. That was the game that made me so interested in games at a level where I was listening to podcasts and reading every magazine review, and now here we are today, almost a decade later. The collection's coming out, and we get to play it. I'm getting to play it here at 2K, actually. They were kind enough to fly me out to Nevada to their studios and check out the game, which is an incredible, surreal moment for me because it's probably my favorite game of all time, and getting to play the brand new collection at 2K, I don't think it could be any more perfect.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose Rapture.
Here it is in all of its glory. There's two moments for me that are like chill-inducing moments. It's the rising above the clouds into Columbia and Bioshock Infinite, in the opening of the bathysphere window here in Rapture. You'll notice that Andrew Ryan ordered a new shipment of jellyfish. Those were not in the original, added for just some extra detail and really making this as perfect of a version of Bioshock 1 as they possibly could.
Is it someone new?
After that incredibly eerie scream, we jump ahead to the first plasmid. And this moment is one of the ones that let you know that Bioshock was not an ordinary shooter. If you didn't know already, by the super creepy bathysphere, the disfigured screaming splicer, you knew you were getting something good when you first approached the Gatherer's Garden.
Steady now. Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be fine.
This little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped. Wonder if he's still got some Adam on him. Hear that? Let's buck. Weak! You're a weak chopper. This little fish ain't worth towing it with no big daddy. Yellow! Always have been. You'll be no better off with a metal daddy, little fish. See you floating from my...
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see light coming from his belly. Wait a minute, he's still breathing. It's all right. I know he'll be an angel soon.
Now that we've been magically modified, we're ready to go into the game proper. The combat begins here as we see the creepy masks and the menaces that lie beneath the surface. The splicers serve as the base enemies that define Rapture, but the big daddy you just saw is probably the coolest part. A roaming boss that we will have to deal with more than once. Let's take this guy out before he even has a chance to say hello. I've also got Electro Bolt, and a lot of the fun of the game is mixing the plasmids with the weaponry and using guns, your melee wrench, and the different elemental abilities to take out anyone that tries to approach. A lot of collection as well, gathering all sorts of resources, ammo, health, Eve, what refills our plasmids, and exploring ever increasingly creepy areas and corpses and corners of a city gone all wrong. It started out beautiful, and you learn plenty more as you go of how it just all went terribly, terribly wrong. And we'll make it go terribly wrong for these guys with a little water fun. Don't try that at home. Party hats for everyone except these two. And it's really cool for me because, like I said, I played Bioshock back in the day, and now I'm really impressed with how good it actually looks. Like, it feels like, hey, we're playing a new Bioshock on modern consoles, and everything feels like totally normal, totally natural. The character models, even the hands of our character, the environments themselves, it all looks like you'd expect for something in 2016. Hello. That's the deadly 1-2 punch, the electro bolt, and the wrench as we work our way through the bathrooms here.
Sisters, they carry Adam, the genetic material that keeps the wheels of Rapture turning. Everybody wants it, everybody needs it.
Oh baby, there's Mr. Bubbles, and his nickname may sound cute, but he's anything but, destroying this poor splicer, all in efforts to protect the little sister. And that tag team is so critical to this storyline and this game, and I cannot wait to play more of it. I'll have an extended look of Bioshock 1 on my channel, an unedited version, as well as videos highlighting Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite, if you're curious to see what those look like here as part of the collection. These poor people won't get to see it, but you will. Thanks so much for joining us and checking out Bioshock 1, all done up fancy and fine in 2016 here. There's one of those director's commentary we can pick up and get some more insider information and insight from Ken Levine himself, and continue this magical quest. Thank you guys and girls so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed a glimpse into Rapture, whether you've been here before or this is your first time in the city. It is an amazing and incredible journey, and I cannot wait to continue more. So until then, thanks again for watching. Drink some hot chocolate, and we will see you all later. What is going on, guys and girls? It's Ghost Robo, and welcome to Bioshock the Collection. The entire franchise done up in gorgeous 1080p, running up to 60 frames per second, all the single-player DLC, and coming your way soon. September 13th in North America, September 16th internationally for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. We're here with Bioshock 2, obviously, underwater, admiring the serenity.
In that suit, even the ocean cannot harm you. This is good. But Rapture is the death of many great men. Alone, you will not last long. You can still reach the train station. Find me there.
This time around, Tenenbaum is our guide instead of Andrew Ryan, and we actually are a Big Daddy. The menacing boss from Bioshock 1 is the role we take here in Bioshock 2. They've added a lot to your arsenal. They've added different styles of enemies, different environments, the big sister who we saw tear the glass apart, and learn a lot more about Rapture and the origins of the little sisters, the Big Daddy, and what makes this place tick. This Big Daddy currently protecting his little sister as best he can, a thumper, making sure she gets the items she needs, and we'll make sure that we show you why this game is actually incredibly good. I played this when it came out, and a huge Bioshock fan, loved the first game, and really loved the second game as well. I think it tackles some very interesting themes. It has really cool characters. It adds these underwater segments. I like the addition of being able to wield both plasmids and weapons at the same time. And the Big Sister provides an interesting challenge, a much faster and more rambunctious, if you will, opponent than the Big Daddies. So we're going to go through, show you some combat, and see how pretty things look now on current-gen consoles. And they definitely do look good. They have redone this in quite a wonderful way. And so we'll explore the ocean, see the sights, maybe a shark, maybe a giant squid. I wish I could go to Rapture. That would be an intensification, but a wonderful one. I'm currently actually at 2K checking out the game. They were kind enough to fly me up here to bring you guys this early look at my favorite franchise, I think, in gaming history. So to relive these moments is super cool. There's the Big Sister again, always watching. Where's she headed? Let's get back inside and show you guys the combat. We'll be checking out Bioshock 1 and Infinite as well, with extended looks going up on my channel. We re-enter Rapture and see what awaits. Alright, we've skipped forward just a couple of minutes here to show off some plasma acquisition and combat. You'll notice we are dual wielding, like I mentioned. We got the rivet gun here. We've got the electro bolt on our left hand. We also could use a drill and be a true Big Daddy brute force beast. Let's grab this here. And I love the aesthetic of Bioshock. You'll notice here it's got this very cool 50s, 60s vibe that's all its own.
Throw objects at foes. You can even catch grenades.
So these games stood out aesthetically and artistically back in the day in their original release. So now having them be all done up in 1080p, it just adds almost a perfect mixture of style and substance. And we'll get to use telekinesis here in a quick second. She knows the way. Story still at the center, and we will make sure that these guys experience a little bit of that themselves. There we go. Good night, sleep tight. Lit on fire. Oh, what a sight. We'll head down, and oh gosh. Starting off aggressive. This game pulls no punches. We'll take a few down. Got still a couple more guys on there. Heal up, and let's grab another one of these. Boom, there we go. Again, that super cool combo of using the plasmids plus the guns to work together to really wipe these splicers out is what makes Bioshock 2 really stand apart from Bioshock 1. Let's see how crazy combat can get here. Apply some traps, prepare for this arena. We got splicers coming every which way, and we're gonna make sure they pay. I think there's some things to hack, so we'll do that. Trying to manage all of our resources and all of the enemies simultaneously. Hey there, come back. Drilling you. That feels so good. After facing that drill in Bioshock 1 against the Big Daddy, getting to use it now against splicers is absolutely awesome. And telekinesis can be used here as well. Good night. Good luck. Goodbye. They are having a freaking party over here in the fire. And we trap rivet and regular rivet them all to death. We hold off the splicers and get to continue our quest.
Thank you. Now I must leave you, and I am sorry for this. But There are others I must help before the city drowns. This man Sinclair, he is an ally, and will guide you to Eleanor. Goodbye, Herr Delta. And good luck.
So as Tenenbaum says goodbye, we will as well. Bioshock 2 continues on an extended look on my channel. We'll explore more of these areas via the train, and the entire collection comes out, again, September 13th in North America, September 16th internationally. It feels good to be back in the world of Rapture, and hopefully you guys had fun with us today. If you did, let us know what you think. Until next time, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to drink some hot chocolate, and we will see you all later.
Make yourself ready, Pilgrim. The bindings are there as a safeguard.
No, no, God damn it!
Ascension. Ascension in the count of 5. Count of 4.
No, no.
3, 2, 1.
No!
Ascension. Ascension.
Just stay calm.
5,000 feet. 10,000 feet. 15,000 feet. Hallelujah.
What's going on, guys and girls? It's Ghost Robo. Welcome to Bioshock, the collection. My favorite franchise, redone in 1080p, up to 60 frames per second. All the games, one package. Today, taking a look at Bioshock Infinite, the third and most recent game in the franchise. We've entered Columbia, the domain of Zachary Comstock, and where the adventures of Booker, Elizabeth, and this weird world will all take place. There are looks at Bioshock 1 and 2 already, as well as extended versions of these videos on my channel. This entire collection just makes me super, super happy. They include all the single-player DLC, and it's a beautiful package. Seeing Bioshock 1 and Rapture all redone for modern consoles is crazy. And this game, in some ways, is my favorite. The story here, the mystery, it has such an awesome finish. You have to see this one through, no matter who you are. And you can do that for yourself when the game comes out. The collection on September 13th in North America and September 16th internationally. Floating city in the sky, from the sea beneath to the sky above. Interesting transition for Irrational and the teams behind Bioshock. I'm actually playing the game right now at 2K. They were kind enough to fly me up here, not via one of these super cool blimps, but via an airplane to check out the game. And it's a super awesome honor for me because, like I said, this is my favorite video game franchise of all time. And so to be able to play them in full-on gorgeous glory is just awesome. So we are going to check out some of the combat, see some of the vigors, and give you a little taste of what Infinite has to offer.
Boys! Stop him! Stop him!
So here we go with combat, beginning with a different weapon, the Skyhook here, which will eventually lead us into the skies as we transport around these incredible vistas of Columbia and execute our enemies here quite brutally. Infinite gives you vigors instead of plasmids, but they still have... Oh my goodness gracious. Did not remember that part. I've played all these games, but it's good to be back, and in some ways it's really, really weird to be back. They have a creep factor to them that adds to the charm in the weirdest of ways, but we'll take all of these guards and cops out and proceed closer and closer to Monument Island, where our target Elizabeth lies. Now, there's some notable improvements here in Infinite, combat-wise. You've got a run button, a dedicated run button now. You also have more finely tuned shooting mechanics, as you'll see in a second here. We can possess this guy. Drop some coin on the ground, thank you. Audio logs are back in the form of voxophones, vending machines. It retains all of the Bioshock spirit, but redone in a super interesting Columbia 1900s style with a whole lot of Americana and a whole lot of religious overtones. This guy here is a turret that normally would not like us, but we can possess him. Our first vigor to do the work for us. You've got Salt this time instead of Adam. We'll enter the fray. One of the coolest things about Infinite, whereas Bioshock 1 and 2 use many of the same plasmids, Infinite has an entirely new set of powers. So Vigor is a different name, but there's also totally different functionality. My favorite being Bucking Bronco, a Vigor that ruptures the earth beneath your feet, almost like your own personal earthquake. And then Undertow, which is a later game Vigor that basically uses the sea as a tentacle to knock your foes off ledges or push them back from you. Shoot our way through. The game is a gorgeous game. It was at the top of the totem pole for graphics back in the day when it came out, 2013, for Xbox 360 and PS3. And it still looks great now. Like, it definitely has that great mix of good, strong visuals and stellar art and aesthetic. It's a one-of-a-kind experience. Still grabbing health kits. I love the audio in these games. They're always strong, and it's cool to hear some of the underwater rapture sounds in a different location. Again, it's got the feel of Bioshock, but in a whole new world, which is what I really love. Explorable stores, can load up on veggies, because normally we eat hot dogs and cake and candy bars. Not the healthiest man, this Booker DeWitt. We'll continue through the streets of Columbia. Grab some salts, grab some health.
It's getting hot. What's going on?
Oh, baby. A burning man of mechanical rage. And he goes down. Not the kind of fireman I'm familiar with, but we will get our second Vigor Devil's Kiss here after replenishing our stocks.
It's a kiss. Well, you only live once. This...
Gosh, that's brutal. Although I feel like the Colombians have it a bit easier. They just have to drink the vigors as opposed to injecting themselves.
Throw a fiery grenade. Hold and release to create an explosive trap.
Alright, the street's on fire.
That wasn't no sample.
And we can swap back and forth, throwing fireballs at whoever comes our way. We can even make it a nice fireworks show here, which I really appreciate and always found fun. Now let's swap to possession, take that over, and you'll begin to see the dynamic nature that is the Bioshock combat. And then combining that with really cool, intense, and well-written plot and characters is kind of what distinguishes and separates these games from the pack for me. We get a lot of really top-tier titles these days, but I think even in 2016, the Bioshock trilogy holds up and excels in a way that many games just can't seem to compete with. And that's why I'm extra happy to have a chance to play them all. We gotta run away. This guy is gonna shoot us in the back, and this little Piggly Wiggly is not going to protect us very well at all. Excuse me, sir. Please stop your shooting. Can I come in? Jumping forward a little bit, get to show off the skyhook and some of the aerial exploration that's included here. You can attach on and traverse. Eventually, we'll get to ride the more roundabout skylines. But we can do skyline strikes, which is an absolutely incredible assassination move there. And it leaves them shocked and awed and not waking up. We've got machine guns here, adding to our arsenal. And the weaponry has a style that very much fits the time period, fits the city. And then augmenting that with something like Devil's Kiss, it is a pretty cool sight to behold. We've got a lot of very angry individuals here, urging us to use all of our equipment and our shield early and often. Let's see if we can get... Whoa, hello. Let's see if we can get sky high soon enough here, because it's pretty fun to fight while you're floating above the ground. We're already floating, so it's like a floating inception. Boom. Sometimes you don't want to possess the turrets, you just want to take them out. We can do that. And got another level and layer of dudes. As you can see, like, the shooting has been refined to be much more shooter-esque. And we're quite able to really wreck these guys. Alright. Hooking back on. Dropping down. And away we go. The line forward just a little bit more. We're now inside a very strange society of crow-obsessed creeps looking for their leader, and I believe he's right through these double doors. Ugh. It's not a good way to go. We're going to try to prevent that from happening to ourselves. Such a beautiful, yet brutal place. Alright, we can create an explosive trap, so we'll do this. A secondary use for the Vigors. Kind of a cool tweak on the traditional powered formula, and that will burn the crazy crow leader.
What's this?
And we say goodnight to him quite quickly. And acquire already our third power-up.
Press to summon murderous crows. Hold and release to create a nest trap.
And with that, the crows now obey our command and will carry us forth against this next encounter. Not a fun way to die, being pecked to death by a very dirty bird. Bees in Rapture, crows in Columbia. That's for the foes you really don't like at all. But hopefully you guys like the look of Bioshock Infinite. Also got looks at Bioshock 1 and 2, as well as an extended version of the videos on my channel. Definitely check those out, and make sure to check out Bioshock, the collection, on September the 13th in North America, September 16th internationally. Thanks so much for watching, guys and girls. Hope you're having a fantastic day and enjoying yourselves. Until next time, drink some hot chocolate, watch out for those crows, and we will see you all later.